It's my first challenge back, so you know what I have to play. Paradoxical Outcome. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers. First challenge in a long time. I figured first challenge back after a month or so, we should play some PO. It is, of course, a brand new one saga format, and I haven't played PO on stream yet. So I think that Narset and Teferi look really strong into the current metagame. The metagame right now, for those who aren't aware, Blue-Black Lurrus, Jewel, Dredge, Initiative, basically the same kind of things that were happening pre-Saga, but just some different matchups. A lot more Dredge than before. And I'm not thrilled with PO into Blue-Black Lurrus, but you do have some tools, and obviously if you find windows, your spells are a lot more powerful. This is actually one of the decks in the format that I like the Vexing Bauble in. PO kind of can negate the downsides of the symmetricalness. Okay, it can still be pretty annoying, especially if you don't have like the one to crack it with Citadel and that kind of thing. But Bauble, this is one of the better Bauble decks in my opinion. And I'm trying out a few interesting cards today. We're gonna try out some Brain Surges. Brain Surge is a card that should theoretically have a lot of power in Vintage. Brainstorm is very strong, and this card uses Moxen to make a more powerful Brainstorm. PO decks can have very, especially and Esper Tinker decks, and Oath decks are the ones that I was thinking the most about. All have some series of awkwardness in their draws. You have lots of powerful restricted cards that are not always good all the time. So Brain Surge could be something interesting here. Besides that, 2 Opal is pretty much been decided to be the right number for PO. I tend to agree at this point. I was a big proponent of 3 Opal for a very long time, but 3 Opal just leads to so many draws where you have multiple Opals in them and they're not good. So I'm going to go with 2 Opals, especially with the extra Bauble to add to the artifact count. This deck is not going to play Vault Key anymore. I don't believe Vault Key is worth playing without for Saga. It's totally passable. You can totally play it. It's a very strong combo, but I would rather have less of those clunky draws that don't synergize well with the rest of the deck. Another reason to play Esper right now is that Swords to Plowshares is probably at its all-time best. Swords to Plowshares, there are just lots of targets across the format. All of the top decks are playing some amount of creatures. I like how Swords looks against the field. You could even play more swords in this deck than just 2 in the main. We obviously have the full 4 in the 75. And besides that, pretty straightforward. Anti-Jewel, Anti-Dredge, Anti-Creature, and Anti-Combo. 1 Hercules Recall. Shops is definitely one of the decks. The Sphere Shops is definitely one of the decks that took a big beating from the recent restrictions. It was very much surging in both strength and popularity before Saga was restricted, but now it's very much struggling in the new metagame. Yeah. Let's play some PO for old time's sake and see how it goes. Round 1 against the very powerful Grinder. I assume it'll be Blue-Black Lurrus, but I could always be surprised. Probably also double queuing another challenge because that's what powerful grinders do. We have unlocked a hype chest. What does that mean? It rewards a gift for you emote. Choo choo. I have what's going on, Twitch? What are you doing? You're just giving me stuff. Yeah, so like I said, Blue-Black Lurrus probably not a strong matchup for PO. They have a lot of, as we wait for our opponent to show up, they have a lot of tools here that make for annoying. Wait, I really wish Goldfish would fix their classification system. I did send them the new classification system, but oh yeah, look at that. Utenha top 8, top 4 even just yesterday. So they are going to play 1 Saga, 1 Bauble. Ugh, I do not like the Bauble in this deck, but 4 main deck pushes, 3 main deck pierce, no fluster, 3 negations. We can try to play around that. Mishra's Bauble, Twister, 4 Frog, 4 Bowmaster. Okay. We've got a turn 1 Karn. Okay. I accept. Starting off well. Could probably get away with fetching a basic island here as well. I'm pretty down for just jam Karn, force them to have one of their 7 forces. That way they can't have one of their 3 spell pierces, and then if they don't have a counterspell for it, we are going to restrict their fast mana a little bit, though they're not playing much fast mana. 3 Moxen, a Lotus, 3 Baubles, a Lantern, I guess 4 Baubles if you count a Vexing Bubble. Let's go with basic island. Slam a Karn. All right. We don't have a Karn board at all. I don't believe I built myself a Karn board. I have a needle in my Karn board. So it is truly just a one-sided null rod. But the needle could be on Frog. Could be useful. Could always just get the needle and then brain surge it away. Some value there. Let's see. I'm gonna do that. Let's go get a needle. And then I'm gonna go to their upkeep and brain search. Play around spell pierce here. Well, the problem is I just don't know. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Obviously I want to cast brain swords before they get 2 mana and start playing Bowmasters. I thought about a Soul Guide, but I ran out of room because I played 4 ley lines. I would like a Soul Guide though. Probably correct to have a Soul Guide. I had to move in. I had to move the balance out of the main. It's not super tuned. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I did not go for a huge amount of tuning, but a Soul Guide Lantern makes sense. I'm really not sure that. I'm not sure if 4 ley line is really what you want to be, but also Dredge is 15% of the metagame, and when the last 2 challenges I've played, 5 rounds and 8 rounds, and then more than 60% of the rounds in the last 2 challenges I played were Dredge, so. But yeah, obviously, a Soul Guide Lantern makes sense. Ooh, an Ancestral Recall. I have 2 Fluster Storms, so I'm going to cast my Brain Surge now. Obviously, this plays into negation, but. But a Flusterstorm would look real good here. They have a force. So maybe they just didn't force my Karn. They wanted to make sure their Ancestral resolved. They don't actually care. Brain Surge, they have countered, though. All right, well. I definitely have some regrets that my Karn doesn't have a board here. I don't know. Maybe Karn should just be a sideboard card. If it's only going to be a Null Rod, only really super great against Jewel. Or maybe I just need to put a Soul Guide in my sideboard. I definitely have had a Soul Guide in my sideboard at some point. Maybe it's just. I guess the big change is I have a bunch of consigned memories in the board at the moment. I'm pretty sure it was the balance that pushed the Soul Guide out. I'm not convinced balance in the main makes sense. Actually, for the same reasons that I'm not sure Karn in the main makes sense. I just don't believe Karn Lattice is worth a slot. That's not really. If I have 6 mana in a Karn, I'm already winning the game typically. I would just rather have good cards than a dead sideboard slot. I have played Lattice in the past, but actually, for the majority of the times I've ever registered Karn in PO, I don't play Lattice. Yes, I agree. I don't think a Crypt is what I want. I think a Lantern is what I want, so I can have something that draws a card. And like I said, I usually play one Needle, one Lantern, one Tab for Ley Lines in almost all of my decks, but I just didn't end up doing it this time. All right, so they're gonna tap out for a Frog. I'm gonna go get a Tundra and cast a Swords. Kind of need this to resolve, unfortunately, but what's the likelihood they have another Force of Will or a misstep? I just don't think you're supposed, like, in PO, I don't think you're supposed to build your Karn like it's going to do something. That's not really why it's there. I don't believe you should have anything in your Karn board for PO specifically. For workshop decks, it's not the same because you can board them in normal situations and be okay. Wait for draw? No, I don't want to give my opponent, I don't want to turn on their negations. Absolutely not. I'm just going to Swords this. My opponent has up to 3 negations in their deck. Their last list had 3 negations, so if I wait for draw and I untap and I can go to their next turn, but then like I'm going into untap mana. I mean, their last list has 3 Force of Negations in it, so if I wait till my turn, they can negate me, and if I wait till their turn, yeah, they use a Force of Will. Yeah, Karn is just asymmetric Null Rod. I guess I could have killed this Pearl. Oh well. I don't know if you want to fuel Dig and Cruise though. Oh, I want to play PO. This is another Frog. Yeah. And a Wasteland. I do need action. I do need action. Discard Black Lotus, yeah. They only have discard Mox Jet. Okay, I mean, like, this is one-sided Null Rod Karn. Black Lotus, Mox Jet, Pearl, you know? I guess I should have played this last turn on Frog. I wanted to hold it because I do have another Brain Surge and a Brainstorm in my deck, but at this point, am I really stopping anything by... No, I gotta get rid of that. I do have a lot of action cards left in my deck at the moment, so... Brainstorm? No Surveil land. I'm still not I'm still not sold on Surveil lands in some of these decks that kind of need their lands to be untapped. Yeah, I feel like it makes sense in my opponent's deck. I'm not sure it makes sense in my deck. They kept a card on top. Jeez, I guess I'm losing. Oh boy. And they just buy Lurrus and replay all this Moxen. I assume the card they kept on top was just a force, so we probably lose on the spot, but now we definitely lose on the spot. All right, I mean, my opponent had Ancestral and forced my Brain Surge. There's not really much I could have done here besides draw not lands. I mean, I don't think a Lattice is winning either. And I also didn't have 6 mana until just then. I mean, I had the Academy, but... Fetching basic island, huh? Yep. I mean, I swords the first frog. I just didn't have. I mean, I didn't really resolve spells that mattered at all during the course of the game. Like the Karn was good, but the Karn wasn't ancestral good. And then they countered my brain surge, and that was the only spell that mattered. I don't know. Like when you have 3 pieces of artifact mana, if they you don't have a lot of extra cards. Sure. I have finally drawn cards. Is there anything I can do? If I respond by POing, can I save myself in some way? I cannot, right? Like, I mean, like, I have lots of cards that would have been good in this game, but I didn't draw any of them. Yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna bring in the swords and the balance. Don't really like consign, steal, negation, trap, recall, needle. Karn's not really for what we're doing here. Bauble does look good. Island looks good. Mystical and Vampiric do not look good. I like Flusterstorm, Brain Surge, Negation, Narset. No negation. Yeah, like this looks fine. I mean, you have to give credit to my opponent for not countering the Karn. It seems to me like they had a force and they just didn't. They chose not to counter the Karn, and then obviously I hit really well on the Karn. The Karn still made them. I still blanked 4 cards in their hand. It just didn't matter because they had 2 frogs. If they only had 1 frog, it would have been fine, but they had 2 frogs, so we died. No, I don't think Cut Karn feels weird. I think it's probably just I'm supposed to play sideboard Karn is the issue here. This Karn should probably be in the sideboard. It's like Karn in the sideboard, and then 1 consign should be a Steel Sabotage. Not Steel Sabotage, it should be a Soul Guide Lantern. Maybe you don't even need the Soul Guide Lantern. I don't know. I have so many ley lines, it's like it's tough. But like we were in that spot where a Sensei's Top, Bobble, Ancestral, Brainstorm, Probe, Merchant, and Snapcaster, Time Walk, Demonic, Brain Surge, Tinker, Narset, Yogwill, Teferi, and 4 POs and Repeal. So I had 20 draws that were good, and we drew none of them. You know, that's just magic. We had what, 3 draws before we died, really? Maybe 2 draws before we died. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like that. Don't want to use my fetch with brainstorms. It's probably just Tundra Soul Ring. I mean that's part of like the downside of you keeping your 3 mocks in hand. Sometimes you just run out of action. But I had a brain surge follow up, so it wasn't like I had no follow ups. I had a really strong follow up, but they just had ancestral force. Bobble. They know my top card. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously pros and cons to building your deck this way, right? What do we got? Blue? Oh, another ancestral. Okay, I guess. Uh, This is a good one. Monastery Mentor. All right. We've got a Mentor and a Brainstorm. Could be trouble with Bowmasters, though. What if they just go double Bowmaster? Kill my Mentor. Saga Gaming. I thought we escaped that. Definitely can't cast this Brainstorm. Does I just attack? If they cast Bowmaster, I can at least respond. Maybe I should have played a land so I could PO. I wanted to be able to get rid of my lands, but maybe I should have at least played the negation. Let's see. Yeah. I guess I could have responded there with a PO for 1. Interesting. Oh, I guess they're just going to trade the Mentor for the Bowmaster. Okay, yeah, I should have played a land then, because I could have responded by POing again. PO for 0, double block. That would be pretty interesting too. Yeah. Yeah. I think I need to hold this PO for another magic card to pick up with. I definitely should have played a land there. My reasoning for not playing a land was because I wanted to be able to get rid of my lands to Brainstorm, but obviously that did not come to fruition. Wasteland. Okay, sweet. Certainly a good draw. Probably just supposed to jam right now. Three cards in my opponent's hand. Right. I really wish these lands were not in my hand. Brainstorm's so strong. What do we got? Swords. PO Force. I think we just wait. I want to leave a swords on top. They don't have a Black Lotus to get with this saga. I'll leave my swords on top. And then if I don't need the swords, I'll switch it for the PO. I mean, is Bobble good here? Like, Bobble's not good here. Vexing Bobble, it's just like never good. It's just never good. I think that card is just crazy bad. What would be good is a needle on top here. Not making a second construct is kind of interesting. So are they gonna get a jet? Sapphire, sure. Time walk. Oh, Twister. Oh, dig through time. Okay, sure. That's not that bad. Yeah, that my PO resolves, right? I still like I've been sitting here for a month now. I still don't understand what people are seeing in Bobble. It's just so bad. It tested so poorly for me in almost every deck. It's crazy. Restricted though. Against the spirit of the format. All right. Opponent got their best two in their top 7. Hey, look who it is. Perfect. All right, we're gonna go resolve PO on our next turn here and win the game. Well, I guess they have a Bowmaster maybe. Bowmaster is definitely a little bit annoying here. So I guess we can not activate our top. So if they go for a Bowmaster, what we can do is draw with our top and draw the swords. It's kind of annoying. But maybe I just don't care about a Bowmaster attacking. Okay, they definitely have a Bowmaster. It's okay. We're not going to get into a discussion about restrictions and bans in my very first stream back, chat. So do we play like this way with the... I don't know. I guess we're at least at some risk of dying to Bowmaster triggers. And we don't have a mentor making tokens to block. Like they clearly have a Bowmaster, right? They can't make this attack if they don't. Are they just going to do it now before I draw? Sure. Okay. I did not think that was what was happening, but I accept. Okay. All right. So they have to crack this bauble to counter this. I can still pay for a spell pierce. They have to crack the bauble. They found a force. This draws me a sword, and then we replay. Oh, we don't get to replay. Oh, I should not have tapped my Tundra. Woohoo, Justin. Whoops. Definitely rusty. Okay, I lost both my Tundras. I have a third Tundra? Yeah. They can buy Lurrus here. Sure. Okay. Top. Agreed. Agreed. Probe Force Manifold. These cards are awful. Brain Surge. Yeah. Okay. I don't have any extra mana, right? So it's just put top back on top. I need to cast 4 spells this turn. Might be challenging. I really made this game harder than it needed to be by not playing that land, huh? Interesting. Uh, balance. Just hard cast force on Lurrus. Cool game. PO versus Control was always one of my more liked matchups. Oh, Master. I guess I have to hope they don't have Spell Pierce. Okay. I know I have a top. And then after that is what? Misstep. And kind of need to hold the swords for Lurrus. I guess I could just balance it all away. I swords the construct, untap, attack for 1, balance. I don't think I want to do that. They lose their whole hand. I lose a land. Doesn't seem very good. I mean, it's not bad. I guess I attack for 2. Puts them back to 3, but I don't have a damage source after that. Well, then I can't balance because I don't have double white. If I swords, they go to on my turn. They go to 5. This becomes a 2/2, becomes a 3/3. I still have to, like, hit more spells. I mean, I also can just like hit another spell 3 cards down as well. Would you swords? Like what when are you balancing? Like all these balance options are okay, I'll just do that. Okay. All right, game 3. I think drawing 4 cards with PO is better than drawing 2 cards with PO. Because to use the second PO, I would have to draw with my top, and then I would only get to draw 2 cards, one of them being top. So if I just wait a full turn, I get to untap with PO, 3 artifacts, and a top activation. I just think it's giving me a higher chance of winning that way. Okay, run it back. All right, on the draw. I beat Ancestral Recall in that game. My opponent had another opener with Ancestral Recall, and we were able to win that one. Brain Surge was super good in that game. Found the Time Walk, and that was a very good Brain Surge. No artifact mana. Interesting. Probably a keep, though. I don't really like force in this matchup, but... Yeah, I mean, I don't think this hand's great, but I can't imagine you're supposed to mulligan this hand. I need all the action I can get. If I play this Sensei's top, it's just getting Spell Pierce. They have Ancestral again? No. Okay. No. Go. Ooh, Emerald, Emerald, Emerald. Like, am I supposed to play around Spell Pierce, though? Can't imagine I am. Oh, Brainstorm. Interesting. Yeah. All my spells get Spell Pierced. Agreed. I'll agree with that one, yeah. This is a mental misstep? Negation? What's going on? What's going on? I don't know. The Mox draw was definitely puts us in a much better spot. Negation, sure. Resolves. Would they pitch? Force? Force pitching force? I like it. I mean, Narset's pretty bad against Bowmaster. Like, I'd have to force Bowmaster. If they play Frog, I have to force Frog here. Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor resolves. I mean, if they had Slam Frog, wouldn't they just hold the forces and have protection for their Frog? But I guess I could have Flusterstorm. I hope they get Ancestral and I play a Narset. That's what I hope. Ew, they kept in basic Swamp against me? I like that. Can they not cut Swamp? Or do they not have enough lands to cut Swamp? 18 lands. 13 blue and black lands. I would be looking to cut Swamp if I could. Maybe they don't have cards to bring in. Consign, Sabotage, Trap. They have traps. 2 traps. I think I'm just gonna go Tundra. Oh! Oh. I guess it doesn't matter. They're all islands. Narset. Activate Narset. Mana Crypt, Demonic Tutor, Soul Ring. That's interesting. I guess it's just Demonic Tutor. Putting 2 of my Mox on the bottom is like... I guess I have a Mox in. I could look for a Tinker here. So obviously I need more mana, but I have a Narset to find it. Okay. You think they tutored for a Frog, or do you think they tutored for, like, Ancestral? Soul Guide Lantern resolves. Ancestral on my turn, draw 1. Urza's Saga. It's kind of annoying that I didn't play an Underground Sea. Oh, I just find the Tinker? I see. Okay. 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 Is Brain Surge better than Ancestral here? appeal. Force Bowmaster push. Lotus? Force Bowmaster push Lotus? Interesting. I have how much mana? 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. No, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. So I can do Mentor, Demonic Time Walk. Okay. Yeah. So I'd go Mentor, Demonic Time Walk there, and then win with Yogwill or something. Well, this is like one of those like annoying spots where like you can't put the bobble in play because you have to immediately crack it, so it costs a mana. But I haven't exactly enough. What I was looking for was, do I have enough to Time Walk? And I can. So I can go Mentor, Demonic Time Walk, and that's enough. So I would start with Mentor, Lotus, Opal, Demonic Time Walk, and then we're good. So their hand was Push, Bowmaster, Force, Lotus, and they had Vampiric for something. What did they Vampiric for? Bowmaster? Demonicking for Bowmaster into my Narset's quite good. But they played Soul Guide, not Bowmaster. So, don't understand exactly. I'm missing something there. All right, Sing Pan Man. Let's do it. Hope it's Merfolk. His hand's got the old turn 1 Mentor, untap, Time Walk to Fairy nonsense, so I'm down. What do you got for us, Sing Pan Man? 5 mana, 5 card, Island Hand. Okay. All right. I am going to play Urza's Saga, Mana Vault, Mox Pearl, Monastery Mentor. A lot of restrictive magic cards in my hand, huh? I am just running these magic cards down their throat. Let's go. All right. They had the Force for my Mentor. I'm gonna play this Ruby out. I mean, we still have a Saga with 3 artifacts. I heard that's pretty good. Also, we have a Time Walk. Soul Ring. Soul Ring go. Interesting. Snapcaster Mage. So we have 2 Time Walks. And we have a Saga coming off. I'm worried about getting tinkered here, though. And I only have 1 blue source, so it's not like I can go to Fairy, bounce a Sapphire, replay Sapphire, Time Walk. What if I just skip 1 Saga and bounce the Soul Ring for a turn? Is that, like, too bad? Or I could just Time Walk first. Make... I could theoretically go Time Walk, Upkeep, Saga Token, Lotus, Snap Time Walk, Is that just like too weak though? I really like the idea of bounce to Soul Ring, but if they like draw a second land, it's not stopping them anyways. I'm not sure. There's a lot of actual choice here. Do I want an Underground Sea? Yeah, I think I want an Underground Sea. I guess I could draw a Mana Crypt, so let's just go like this. There was a bunch of legitimate ways to play that out. There also like could be a Flash Hull Breacher deck as well. So this Teferi does a lot in that regard. Yeah. I'm of the opinion that this Teferi play makes the most sense. Oh, I didn't see what they pitched to force. Hull Breacher. Okay. That is a very important note in this whole scenario. All right. I like where we're at now. We can just get a permanent like Sapphire here and just go Time Walk, and yeah, this should be totally fine. All right. I guess I could get a Vexing Bobble, but they can't counter anyways, so there's no point. So let's just get a Sapphire then. Mana Crypt is also interesting here. Opal's definitely worse than Sapphire, especially with a second Opal in the deck. It's mostly between Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and Sapphire. I guess Soul Ring would be better than Mana Crypt here. I'm just gonna get a Sapphire. I can entertain arguments that that's not correct, but oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I mean, all of these cards win the game. So yeah, I'm gonna Time Walk, and then I'm gonna Snap Time Walk, and then I'm going to PO or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Pretty sure this wins the game, so I go Snapcaster, I go Time Walk, I attack, and then on the next turn I go Merchant for PO with the Jet, and I pick up my whole board and replay my whole board and pick up my whole board and replay my whole board. So yeah. That hand was really strong. All right, so it's classic Merfolk. This matchup is bad, by the way. This matchup is bad. I don't think I'm going to play these Brain Surges into 4 Hull Breachers. I gotta look. My opponent just mulliganed, and then their hand was not good enough. Sing, Pan, Man. Whereas I had all restricted magic cards. Okay, what is that? Vigilance Flash. When it enters, tap a creature with a stun counter on it. Shuffle it and the creature. Whoa, I've never seen this card. Cool. So, okay, we have Skydiving, Hex Catching, Hull Breaching, Rejurying, and Tide Bindering. Target activated or triggered ability. Sink into Stupor, Force of Will. Null Rods are in the board. Just Null Rods. I wouldn't go perfect 7, but it was definitely a good 7. Is it right to just take out Brain Surge and that's it? Just bring in removal? Seems fine. I don't even think Brain Surge is that bad. I just have to like play around Hull Breacher, but it's certainly more punish. Okay. Uh-huh. This needs another Moxen, but wait, why did I get rid of the... Can I have my list back, please? Uh-oh. That's a mana crypt. Turn 1 hold breacher. Yup. Want Moxen and then let's see. Do you have spell pierces or anything? No. Oh, wow. That is a huge blowout. Oh, that's so bad for me. Wow. Wow, that mental misstep is so bad for me. Because they have a hull breacher here. So I can't even like merchant for ancestral. Is it like even worth it? I guess we just pass and like try to maybe ambush Viper instead. Wow, that was such a blowout. Oh, because I was gonna be able to like go to my end step, PO, Merchant Scroll or something. Like I had really good lines when I had Mox Opal and Manifold in play. Mana Crypts have them at 12 with Spring. Oh no, not the one Saga. Null Rod. Guess that may turn off their Saga. I'm gonna play a Snapcaster Mage. All right. Well, they have an active Mana Crypt. Okay. We're attacking? Okay, fair enough, fair enough. What is this? Time Walk? Oh, a Hex Catcher. Oh, they were gonna ask the question. Wow. All right, all right, all right. Force is a little late. I guess they can just counter this. What can I even get? Repeal? It's not very good. It's not very good. I don't actually have a white source, so I can't really like take a mystical and go for a swords or anything. Get balance with my merchant scroll. That would be bold. Only in paper. 9 health. I wonder if they have a follow-up land. I see. Damn, their hand was very good this game. Their hand was certainly very good this game. Well, we're gonna wait and we're gonna hold it up for a construct. I see. Wait. How did he do that? I thought I delisted it. Oh my god. So what happened? We played a second null rod. Oh, I wasn't planning on removing the first null rod, so. Oh, I guess I got a repeal, so they were playing around the repeal. I see. Yeah, I guess it worked out for them. Could repeal this Hex Catcher. Attack for 2. I don't really like that idea. Sure. Do I think they have a needle? No. I think they have a bobble. They're not even making a construct. I see. Sure. I guess they drew a creature. Yeah, I guess that's bad for me. Seems like the best possible draw here because now I can't actually get a swords and win with the swords. Hmm. Oh wait, that. Yeah. Oh, they didn't wasteland me, so if I draw swords. Okay, now they wastelanded me. I mean, this draw was really bad for me. I don't know. They have 2 null rods in their deck. Yeah, I mean this matchup is just not it. 5 damage. I did not win any crit flips either. I could have played this game a little differently though. All right. Yeah. Is what it is. I don't think I'm supposed to change what I'm doing here. Ugh. I feel like this hand's terrible. Okay. Yes. I don't believe I want to play Saga. I guess playing this out means I can get skydived. So maybe I should have held that. Could have got skydove there. Yeah, I should have held that. Kind of have to hope they don't have a wasteland, huh? What? Man. They have 2 1-drops in their whole deck. My bad, I guess. I'm lost, man. I'm lost. It's over. I can't win this game, right? This matchup is so bad. How was I ever supposed to play the game? I guess if I draw a Mox this turn, it's not terrible. Non-opal Mox. Let me PO. They don't play negations. Oh no! Pass. I didn't get wastelanded, so that's nice. Yeah, this kid, no. Come on, man. Be serious. Oh, what? They drew a cavern? Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Can I draw a mana crypt, man? Please. Please. They have a Hull Reacher too, huh? Jeez. All right. They could flash him in and counter my stuff. I guess I'm gonna go. I can't beat two dudes. Oh well. I could have floated a mana, I guess. Oh, they just have force. Wait, they just played force with a bauble? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You can't play the bauble there. All right, whatever. That's wild. All right, we can draw balance here. It's my only out. Yeah. This matchup is so bad. This matchup is just so bad. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Classic 1-0 bracket Merfolk. Sag. Okay, on to round 3. Probably mono white initiative. Unfortunately, this hand, although it has many restricted magic cards, it doesn't really cast them and it just dies. So I will mulligan. Ah, classic. 5 land vexing bauble Pio. I guess we'll go to 5. I didn't even win the die roll. They kept 6. Yikes. Oh, this is a swords? Oh, hold on. Can I just put top to the bottom? Oh, wait, how many? I have to put 2 cards to the bottom? Ah! I guess I put. Do I put top and opal to the bottom? Or do I put PO and opal to the bottom? I'll put PO and opal to the bottom. I think this top should be better. All right, the Witched Blessed Meadow and the Mana Crypt. Okay, is it the Archon too? Or is it an initiative creature? Okay. All right, okay. 3 mana swords it is. Hmm. You put swords to the bottom? In what world? We're playing against mono white. I drew the Flusterstorm. Use the power of the internet. I'll take 3. I need to hold the swords for like an Archon or something. Oh, come on, man. Why are you like this? I just wanted to play the game. What's this? Shit. All right, whatever. I think we're dead. If I kept top, it would have been, I guess, oh, yep, we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're super dead. I don't really know how we win this one. We spin and find swords and spin. I mean, Tinker's too late now. Oh, they went down the Lost Well? Okay. I accept. There's just no chance, man. There's no chance you're supposed to go down the Lost Well, right? That's crazy. The Lost Well? In 2024? Pio. Anything is possible. All right, don't hurt me, opponent. Do they go top, or they go top bottom, or what do they do with the scry? They went top bottom. Okay, there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance? If they lost well and went top bottom, come on, stop playing. Oh, and Vexing Bobble. I see. Notably bad for me. Sag. What are my outs? Monastery Mentor? I guess I could have like Snap Swords. And if I didn't spin. Don't think we're winning this game. We pretty much needed to not mold a 5. If we could have kept our 7, we would have won, right? We would have swords the Anointed Peacekeeper and then PO'd in 1. So like really just a mulligan diff. Or maybe we wouldn't have enough. Yeah, we would have the opal too. Yeah, our 7, our keep would have been good on 7. Sadly. Or on the play. On the play, it would have been pretty good too. Winning die rolls, not mulliganing. Key elements of vintage. I don't think we have outs anymore. So we draw the PO and then we spin. Yeah, I'm not seeing the avenue anymore. I got a balances in our sideboard. Not that it beats Throne of the Dead. An Archon. Okay. All right, I'm out of here. Yeah. Okay. Swords, balance, Flusterstorm, misstep. I guess I bring in Consign on the play. Bobble on the play. Karn on the play? Or is like Karn still too much mana on the play? Like Probe is useless though. Narset's like bad in general here. Consign on the play can hit mana and initiative triggers, whereas negation only hits artifacts. I guess Steel Sabotage is better though, because it bounces Null Rod that resolved. Keep Karn on the play. And board him out for like a Hercules in game 3. Force, Sensei's top, Yogwill. That hand's terrible. All right, I like to keep this one. This one I'm keeping. They kept a 7 and they're revealing a Chancellor. I pay. I just fetch like a non-basic, right? Or do I just fetch a basic? They must be, yeah, they revealed a Chancellor. Single Chancellor? Single Chancellor, okay. Fetching a basic doesn't feel like the thing I'd want to do. I guess theoretically I could fetch a basic versus an Archon that resolved. Could just play the Tundra then. Do I want to draw another land? Kind of. I hope this Ancestral is good. If this Ancestral is not good, it's kind of a problem. But I don't really have too much of a choice either. What I was really looking for was the hand we kept last game, but now, where I have like triple Mox, PO. I guess I should see if how many like Mind Break traps and stuff is gonna happen here. No Mind Break traps. 4 Null Rods? Oh my god. Okay, my bad. I should have brought in the Hercules recall, I guess. 4 Null Rods. I guess you might need 4 Null Rods to beat Jewel. Oh, those weren't terrible. But currently I can't snap back my Yogwill. Cavern of Souls. Just leading off with the Cavern of Souls. Yeah, that is not the order I would recommend. You should play the Lotus and then the Cavern of Souls. Though I would just counter the Lotus, obviously. Ah, so they had to... Whatever, sure. Okay. Vexing Bauble. It's so good! My bad, I guess. Maybe they'll crack it. Maybe they don't have any mana. Ancient Tomb. Big thing. Yep. Magic the Gathering. I was basically doing the same thing while I was away, except just in TFT. It would just be like, oh, my opponent hit a 2-star 5 cost on level 8 while I went at 9 and couldn't even hit one anyways. It was basically the same exact thing, except I just wasn't broadcasting it. I should show you the TFT graph. It is heartbreaking, to say the least. These are my last 100 games. I was ranked 240, Challenger Elo, And then I just stopped being able to win. And I dropped 600. Did my opponent just play a freaking Mox into a bobble? Yeah, they did. Maybe just don't play the bobble. I don't know. What do I know? Okay, so we can crack our fetch, get a fetch back from the yard, and play an Ancestral with our Yogg-Will here, which is good. It is good. Sensei's Top also is free, so do that. All right, so I am going to get a Tundra, and I'm going to cast Yogg-Will. Then I'm going to get a Scalding Tarn, and I'm going to cast Ancestral Recall. 4 mana, Ancestral Recall, still good. Now the planes, I'm not. Ancestral. Do it, Mind Break Trap me. Do it, do it, do it! Teferi Karn Merchant Scroll. Okay. They have the Ancient Tomb. Uh-oh. Wait, this card is garbage. Again. Alright. So if there's a Vexing Bauble in play, I guess I could theoretically bounce the Vexing Bauble with the Teferi. And then Merchant Scroll for a PO, and that probably wins the game. Yeah, that seems like the play. I need to definitely change my boarding plan. All right, so Underground Sea. Oh, I probably should have held that one. Teferi. Bounce your Vexing Bauble. Now they're gonna think the Bauble was so good. I guess it kind of was. Mox. Lotus. Merchant Scroll. PO. PO everything. Still uncounterable. I mean, it countered a Mox. Pretty strong. All right, so I'm drawing 6, and then I have 4 mana to work with at least. Can bounce this Seasoned Engineer, can Swords the Seasoned Engineer. All right, I have my own Vexing Bauble. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I have a Mystical Tutor, though. That should be good enough. What am I looking at? I'm looking at 7 mana. So I can go Mystical Tinker and have a Sensei's Top left over. I cannot, because I do not have enough blue and white mana to do that. So maybe just Mystical Tinker. Right? Because I go blue, white, Teferi, Mystical. Oh no, I could bounce my Opal. So I could do that. Blue, white, Teferi, Mystical for Tinker, bounce my Opal. I guess if they have a Mind Break Trap at this point in the game, it'd be annoying. I've played my land drop. It's probably fine to just go top. Mystical, Tinker, draw, Tinker, Citadel, Swords, Bobble, draw, Time walk. Sweet. Four. Yep, they did. Land. All right, well, I do kind of wish that I had something in my card board here. No, stop it. Okay, I guess I'm passing, but I don't think that matters too much. I'm always... I guess I can just play a card. There's just nothing in my card board. It's a needle, but the needle doesn't do anything, right? The needle stops absolutely nothing. I'll just hold open spells, I guess. I could counter the dungeon. Attack with Citadel. I think it's better to just not. I don't think I'm supposed to stop that. I have to counter this Vexing Bauble because I minus my Teferi. No, I don't think it's particularly relevant. I guess I can just use this consign. Okay. I don't have a Lotus in exile, so it's in my graveyard. All right, so this is, what is this? They're over it. I'll just play the blue-white control game. It's fine. It's okay. I get this card out of my deck, please. Get this bauble out of my deck on the draw, bringing in Trap and Negation and Hercules and maybe another consign. Balance, Tinker, Brain Surge, Trap. Probably just the consigns go on the draw. The Sabotage can still bounce in Null Rod. Definitely want Hercules, though. All right. Give me a good 7, baby. Please. What do we got? Force, balance, PO. Yeah. Okay. That seems acceptable. Ah, they revealed a Chancellor. Chancellor reveal is super bad for me here. Should I just force this to get the Chancellor reveal off? Kind of think I have to. Is Brain Surge better than PO here? Thanks. It's kind of unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure I have to just let this get Chancellored. Oh. I see. I guess I didn't have to let that get Chancellored. Wow, I would be in such a better spot if I did not force this, right? Well, I just have to Swords this thing. I see. Draw and cast. Wow, that is like the most frustrating sequence of cards, isn't it? The sequence is so bad for me. There's no way this is ever organized in a good way, right? Because if I have to draw with top to draw Ancestral, I don't have enough mana to replay top immediately. Am I still supposed to, though? Because I'm going to lose my Tundra to this Wasteland. I feel like my opponent's going to go down the Lost Well here, which is kind of frustrating as well. Huh. It does give me force. So if I go Tundra, draw Ancestral, cast Ancestral, draw top force Opal, play Opal. Next turn. Yeah, I mean that's probably better. I take a hit, obviously, to do that, but I get force up for like a null rod here. I can still swords next turn. Anyways, they went down the Lost Well again. They love the Lost Well. Very interesting. They went bottom bottom, so looks like it paid off. Seasoned Dungeoneer on top. Uh-oh. Yeah. And an unknown. Lost a flip. Threw a brain surge. So I can balance here. But I lose too many cards if I do that. Another swords. And a Mindbreak Trap and a Ruby. I mean, I'm just forcing the Seasoned Dungeoneer and swordsing it. Hey. Fortunately, this isn't really advancing my game very much. Hope they didn't like pull this cavern in their hand. That would be bad. Yeah, this balance has not been good because they had a triple mox in hand. So I can get a white. It's not very good. Lost another flip. I know I have Mindbreak Trap and Ruby. I gotta just cast this Brain Surge. Force again. Okay. Just need a PO now. I guess I shouldn't have played that land first. Ah, perfect. All right, so I just force their next play and then PO. Okay, this is working as intended. Good job, game. No, 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 no. Bad. Okay. Oh boy, I got scared. Oh man. Can't lose 3 flips in a row, right? Named human. Shouldn't they name Archon? I don't know. I have a swords in my top card, so I can always kill this skeleton. Though they're throning next turn. It's kind of bad. Especially because it gets hexproof for a whole turn. I kind of need to win on this PO. Lost another flip. Okay. PO for 5. No one's ever lost after POing for 5. Except for Justin. I PO'd for 5. For 5. I just have too much removal. I need actual spells. I can't really let them throne. Do I just crack and go to 4? And then spin? I mean, this is too much removal. I can't use this. Repeal Merchant Scroll. I'm gonna die. I guess I have a balance if they keep a card in hand. So maybe I should... I can always spin it to the top. I guess I could have held open Mindbreak Trap. Can I still hold open Mindbreak Trap? I'm not even sure repealing the skeleton is good. Because the swords can't hit the hexproof throne anyways. But we have balance. So we can always balance first and then merchant for PO if I have enough. But repeal does draw me into additional Moxen. So maybe that's fine. I feel like I played this suboptimally. I'd like to play the Mox Emerald this turn. I guess I could always... Yeah. I'm going to leave up Opal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should have picked up Mana Crypt. I could have picked up Mana Crypt and sorted. No, I need the Mana Crypt in play in case I need to cast Balance. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I'm actually short of being able to balance Merchant Pia. Yeah, I have a balance though. I can beat the Hexproof. Well, I need to be able to win the game. I should have held the repeal. I should have repealed my Mana Crypt and swords the dude. I should have repealed the Mana Crypt because I mean I've lost every Mana Crypt flip, but all right, here comes Throne. They have an Archon and they have a White Plume and a Chancellor. Okay, so it's bad. Okay, they chose Archon. I have the balance though. Oh, they wasteland me. Wow. It's pretty bad too. I really needed to hold that repeal for Mana Crypt. So bad. Oh, I forgot to spin. Oh well. Oh wait, do I have the what do I have on top right now? Well, they have one card in hand, so I guess it's fine. How much mana am I gonna have? 1, 2, 3. Probably can't even crack this fetch. I lost every flip. Classic. I should have repealed my stupid emerald, man. I saw my stupid mana crypt. Is keeping a sword's even good at this point? If I keep emerald, then I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 merchant, but I don't have a second blue anyways. Yeah, I should have repealed my mana crypt. I should have known I would have lost every crypt flipped. I don't actually have a Tinker target. I'm just gonna merchant for the PO. Well, not exactly, right? Because my opponent is gonna go down the the secret thing, so they have trap coming down the line. I can't believe I've lost every flip though. How many flips was that? So many flips. I want to flip. Yay. Yay. Are you proud of me, chat? I won a singular flip in this game. Now we should win, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 6. I just go Time Walk, Demonic Yogwill, pass. And then on the next turn, we just Yogwill and win. That doesn't do anything. POing on my upkeep doesn't do anything. Consign my crypt trigger. Huh. I see. Anyways. So what do I have in my yard? I have a Mox. Okay. All right. I feel like that game was way closer than it should have been. Oh. Oh, what if their last card is Solitude? Okay, hold on. I should do this differently then. I should get the Teferi in play. I guess I can just PO it in response. Let me just PO one more time. 19 cards. Oh, I used my blue mana. Okay, I have another opal. That's fine. I also have my Teferi, which is blue mana, so everything is fine. It's okay. I have about 1 million blue mana. I also have my land drop. I just didn't want to get solituded, okay? Ugh. All right, one more PO here. Picking up all the stuff. Don't overdraw. And then play it in time walk. All right, wow. Okay, that was a game. That was definitely a game. My crypt. My crypt. Do I have a Tolarian Academy? You'd think so, yeah. All right, they're off it. I was gonna Swords one of my guys to gain some life for fun, but oh, I scared myself there. Okay, on to round 4, Vintage Challenge up against Oath Player. This hand seems problematic. Doesn't have force. Doesn't actually have the mana to vamp tutor. If they jam a turn 1 Oath on us, we have no recourse. That being said, Bobble looks okay on the draw here. In the matchup, they've mulliganed. It's probably just too slow versus Oath. This just looks a lot better. This is like put a land back, hope to draw a land, and then go for a Tinker line. Maybe. Maybe it's just like hope to draw a Mox and just put the Sensei's top back. Like I do need to draw a Mox if I want to go tinkering. Yeah, this putting land is just better. They mulled a 5. Because this lets us draw a land or a Mox. I guess it doesn't let us draw land or a Mox because we still have to play Sensei's top, right? I don't know, that would work. Yeah, land or a Mox. I did just put a land on the bottom. All right, 5-card hand, Oath of Druids, Mox, Ponder. Ooh, Ponder, nice. Are we talking like a bunch of ponders? Are we talking a single ponder? What are we talking about here? Don't know. New list. Vexing Bauble. Ugh. Well, kind of messes with my plan a little bit, doesn't it? That's a Mox too. I mean, I can go right away. Or am I, Oh, that's the wrong one. We doing it live? I think so. Vamp. Tinker. Wish I had force back up, but Citadel. Mana crypt. Swords! No! Not me told me it was fine! Hope I don't get Atraxid. Or Besiege'd. Log, I almost lost last game with a PO for 5, by the way. I was down to a crypt flip. Oath? Sure. Lost it. Ah, top on top. You love to see it. All right. Ooh, it's a fairy. Eat life. Ruby. Time walk. Not one yet. And I gotta be careful. I don't have any blue mana. Do I cast this Brain Surge? I have to be able to bounce this Mana Crypt as well. Yeah, but I have a Teferi. Spin. Ugh. Still don't feel like I want to spend 3 life on this. I don't know if that's right or not. Top mystical. So I can mystical for a PO. What about mystical for a Yogg? Is it deterministic from here? It's not. It's really close, isn't it? Mystical, Yogg, Opal, Lotus. I need to get like a mentor and a time walk for enough. If I go mystical PO, I go to 1. I guess I could just draw the PO. Oh, mentor. But I use my Teferi. Oh, I can pick up my Teferi, but I need to hit a bunch of mana though. Am I allowed to cast this mentor here? I guess I go to 1, so probably not. Might have to wait a turn. Have I time walk? I think this is my time walk turn, isn't it? I'd have to go back and look. Maybe I have a taunt. Maybe I actually have a time walk turn. I don't have a white mana though. Need an opal. I can just go mentor snap time walk next turn, so this is fine. Yeah, I just go to my next turn, and we go. Oh wait, I don't have anywhere close to the colors of mana to do that. Where are my colors of mana? I should have gotten the Yogwell, huh? Hmm. see. All right, I definitely did not play this very well, but we'll just go to my next turn and we'll go from there. Always swords my own unit. Maybe I just repeal the oath. I'm gonna go to 1 after I play this fetch. It's kind of shit. I guess it's just mentor repeal. But repeal means I have to untap my mana vault. I guess I just untap my mana vault. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I don't have to untap my mana vault. I feel like this should be fine. They're just off it. I feel like I worked really hard there for my opponent just to leave on me. I just didn't have a blue and white mana, huh? Because I used an opal and a lotus, so I only had a sapphire and another opal left in my deck, and I didn't have Yogwill. I'd like to probably, if I cared about playing PO more in the future, I would go back to the start of that section and just figure out better optimizations, because I don't believe I chose the right choices. There were definitely lots of paths, and the one I went down wasn't unreasonable, but I feel like it was disrespecting the current blue count in terms of mana I could create. Anyways, Oath of Druids. I actually shouldn't have very much for Oath of Druids here. I have a negation, a trap if I want a trap. I don't think I want Consign. I don't want Karn on the draw. I want all this stuff though. Vexing Bauble seems fine. Counter target triggered ability. Both Oath and Atraxa are triggered abilities, right? Is 1 turn ever enough? I mean, it seems like it's better than a swords. I don't really like Needle, even though Needle could name Beseju and Oko. It's not really how I like to play it usually. Let's try this. Maybe I can get rid of Island in this matchup and play another. I don't know. The cards I'm bringing in are not like very high power level. This is the classic PO hand. Opal not turned on, PO Yogwill. Okay, this one is kind of bad, but kind of good. Loses pretty hard to a turn 1 play, but I think this is enough to be kept. I'm just gonna get rid of the card I can't cast. Okay, that's fine. Our hand's pretty good after things stop. Not. I'm gonna leave the Mana Vault. Nah, I'm gonna play the Mana Vault. Yo, what up? Welcome back. This represents Force. Solorian revealed or Brainstorm? Yeah, I don't think so. Oath Orchard is bad, but Show and Tell is covered at the moment. We can wait a turn and Brain Storage without using our Mana Vault. Looks good here. Strip Mine, interesting. Oh, Show and Tell. Yeah, like I said, had that covered. Ruby. Should I just cast now? Look at 5 cards, put 2 back. Don't have blue mana, though. I could use the Mana Vault and cast it now. I would still be able to cast a PO after. One, two, three, four, 5 mana. I guess it's just Merchant for Ancestral. I mean, this Brain Surge looks freaking great. I guess I could have like a Mind Break Trapper at this point. I could just wait for a PO for 4. I feel like I would rather just get Ancestral and cast it. And I don't think I'm waiting either. I think I'd rather just cast it all now. If they get me, they get me. Okay. I guess like Pernicious Deed would be the card. They shouldn't have Pernicious Deed. Kept Yogwolf, put back Ruby. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I was thinking I might need Ruby, but I guess I don't need Ruby there. Might have been just like carryover from when I Merchant Scroll had Merchants, or when I was looking for PO. This does need to resolve. They didn't wasteland me, so I assume that I guess I have a million mana. I mean, we're definitely just supposed to go Yogwill, right? I guess we don't have to go Yogwill. We can just go Tinker. We can just go PO. Tinker and Yogwill are definitely more important cards. I feel like PO is the one that makes the most sense. I feel like they have I guess they don't have to have a negation. I do have the negation. Like yeah, maybe I just should have just held a Yogg, huh? I mean, if they draw another Show and Tell, I lose this game. I have lots of good draws, though. I might lose this game because of the bad Brain Surge. Flash. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this game. Wow. Crazy. They top decked. Got me. Oath Orchard. Atraxa. Consigned to Memory. Flusterstorm. Demonic Tutor. Yeah. I got the. I can top deck out of it this turn, but after this turn, I'm dead. Wow. Yeah, with a Yoggle here, I would just straight win, right? So, why'd I keep this Ruby? Threw it away. Oh well. Getting back into the swing of things here. Orchard, Oath, Atraxa, Consigned, Demonic. Okay. I mean, I can top deck right now, but I have to right now. Nope, I lost. Wow. That's crazy. Played bad, got punished. A card on the play here. I mean, like, it's clearly I made a mistake there, right? I just didn't reevaluate. Ugh, hand. These hands are so bad. I guess. Yeah, I mean, threw away my game and then drew terrible hand in game 3. Why did I want to keep Ruby? I think I was just thinking too narrow on the turn. I got nothing. Okay, I lied. I drew an ancestral. I think so. I think it was just leftover, yeah. The crack bauble to play Mana Crypt. Wish I had a cage, huh? Yeah. That's bad. I actually can't make a construct and time walk because of bauble. I hate this card, dude. I really hate this card. It's so bad. Oh, I mean, I was gonna make a construct. I have to win the game. Oh, now I'm not. Now I'm just time walking and getting a fresh one. And I mean, I have some answers in my deck right now, but not that many. I feel like I just played so bad. Ugh. Karn. Not good. No, we don't have anything. If we had an answer, it'd be in our main anyways, because it's game 3. Uh... Sure. Now, what's the best way to do this? Repeal with my Lotus. Crack Bauble. Play. I could go for a Tinker here, right? Isn't that better? Maybe it's not better. I could crack Bauble for Vamp. Play Vamp. Play Mana Crypt. Draw with top. Tinker with Flusterstorm backup. Or I could repeal Oath. Draw with top. Repeal Oath uncounterably. Play or pass the turn. I don't have to force this Oath on the way back down, right? Because I could just go for Vamp. Should I not just Tinker here? If he has 2 counter spells, or if I brick. I don't know. I didn't have enough mana. I mean, I could maybe have repealed in the process. Yeah, maybe I could have. Hope they force this. Sweet. That was so good for me. Next turn, I'm just going to go for Vamp Tinker. I guess I'm like worried the most about. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if they have a fourth piece of counter magic, then we lose. Could have kept the Vexing Bauble in play, I guess, but... I guess I could still also just like fail on this Tinker as well. Ranger's been good. They had they had they had Force, Spell Pierce, Force, Flusterstorm. All right, well, shit. I should have just kept the Bauble in play. Then I can't force the Oath. I just have to let the Oath resolve. And then they have Spell Pierce up. Whatever, man. I mean, I threw the set so badly with just the one Brain Surge. This is why I'm so bad at Legacy. I cast one Brain Surge, got it wrong, and lost the game. Ugh. I can't believe they had 5 counters. Alright, yeah, okay. Sure. I can't get really mad because I played badly, right? Like I seriously played terrible. All right. Let's see what this looks like. I mean, this was just like definitely my misplays at all times here. Like, there's really no excuse, right? Why would I keep Ruby? I had 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In case I got like Brain Surge or something off this Merchant Scroll. But I was always getting Ancestral. Yeah, I mean, if I just keep Yagwil here, I win the game. So, just a clear mistake. Lost me the game and the set because this was my only chance to win. And I just like I drew badly off the Ancestral, which is something that can happen. Yeah, but I knew I couldn't merchant for PO at that point. Before I was thinking about not merchant for PO, but I was thinking about at this point Ruby was important because um if I hit a PO on my Brain Surge, then I can play Ruby and cast PO. But I just like didn't reevaluate and then threw the whole game because I just didn't keep the Yagwil in my hand that would win the game. So by the time that I Vampiric, he had drawn another counterspell and I died. And then can I play this in a way that plays around a 5 counterspell hand? I mean, this whole game seemed like it was terribly played by me. So I guess if I just lead, Saga. Obviously, I ripped an Ancestral. So from here, no, not from here. From here. From here. So I would have gotten destroyed if I had gone for the Tinker line on this turn because he had double counterspell. Could I have tinkered with... I can't tinker and have Vexing Bauble up. So that I have to cantrip twice to break through a Vampiric. So what I would really have to do is... maybe I was just supposed to repeal my Spirit token. I mean, then I'm just going to get Spell Pierce on the next turn. I was like thinking about like a line where I repeal my Spirit token and then I still play top and Vamp. And then I get my Tinker and I Tinker. I mean, I don't have enough artifacts. I mean, how many forces should I really expect after I have a Bobble Gun? Like 1, right? feel like I should only really ever play around the first counterspell, which I did have beat. But did I even play around 2 counterspells on my second line? Like, I don't feel like I did. I did that, and I played everything out. I got a Force of Negation for this Karn, which was going to do absolutely nothing. Maybe I should have taken that as a sign. And there was still 2 more counters after this. But I'm not beating Flusterstorm here if I like try to beat Flusterstorm here. Yeah, I'm not beating Flusterstorm here. Force, Fluster, Force, Spell Pierce. 1 unknown. I don't know. This just like kind of feels like a game where I'm not winning. Like after mulligans, it's just like a really hard game to win. And those like, it's why you have to win the games you can win. Yeah, just this game, I just need to take the right cards on Brain Surge. Brain Surge has been great. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely not playing very well tonight. That's for sure. Welcome back. Round 5 of 6. Gotta try to tighten up my play if I want to finish and get my points back. The Vintage Challenges, the prizes changed while I was gone. No longer do you go 32nd place and get your money back plus 5 chests. You got a nice Force in this hand. PO for 2 is totally acceptable. Sapphire. Oath of Druids again? I feel like my Oath of Druids matchup should be pretty reasonable. Just a passing gamer. Okay. That's a PO for 3. I like the idea. I should have sequenced this in the other way. Sorry, chat. I was definitely not paying attention. I should sequence this Ruby first because I don't want my mana crypt getting spell pierced. I'm gonna pass the turn. See what my opponent does. My opponent's deck is known to play a bunch of Flusterstorms and Spell Pierces. Playing on end step just makes a lot of sense here. If they go for like a show and tell, we can respond with a PO. Maybe bait a counterspell. Lots of nice things happening. They're going to pass. I will go for just an end step outcome. Let's go with Tundra, though maybe Underground Sea is actually better for this matchup. Or let's cast Teferi, though. All right, end step PO. See how opponent responds. Obviously, if they have a Flusterstorm, I can pay, and then I lose 1 card on my card draw. Would I accept that trade? Not sure, actually. Drawing 2 and drawing 3 are very different things. All right, chat. Would you pay for this Flusterstorm or nah? Would you change the Lotus into a counter their Flusterstorm and draw 2 with the PO? I can untap and PO for 3 again. I don't think I'm in a paying mood. But I'm interested to hear what you would do, chat. Pay or no pay? Interesting. Well, I want to brainstorm after because I want to have more cards to use. But I'm definitely going to brainstorm. All right, so I can actually get rid of a card if I Merchant Scroll. I don't feel like I need a Saga here. Just go land, and then go... How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just Merchant for an Ancestral. I have a lot of forces, too. I guess I can have a second Fluster. That would be fine. I like just getting another Ancestral here, and then I'll go on their turn. On their upkeep. All right. 2 forces. Strip mine. Pass. Teferi looks quite good in this matchup. This is probably a matchup that Teferi is absolutely great in. Mentor. I got a lot of different things we can do here. I don't want to cast Probe as it's a card that pitches to Force. I like just cast Teferi first and just plus, and then next turn we can do whatever. And I think just playing a Teferi makes a lot of sense. It's just a hard cast negation. Will I invest a single Force in this? Yeah, seems reasonable. I feel it's really hard for Oath to do anything with a Teferi that's plus, right? Sure. Next turn we could go Mentor, bounce the Mana Crypt, and PO. If we don't have to like bounce an Oath or something. We have a lot of choices here. I'm not saying that was the only line that would have worked, but all right. Teferi, very nice. All right, I'm gonna do Mind Break, Trap, Negation. What we did last time, we did Consigns, and then we took out Karn and Island and Swords. I don't feel like Consigned is great, but it's probably enough. I still like Bauble in this matchup, just because you saw how many forces my opponent had in last round. Mentor seems pretty nice right now as well. I don't know. I do think that Pio, the deck, Esper Pio, lines up well into the current metagame. That's not. I mean, even Blue Black Lurrus is like very winnable, especially with them being on a couple different choices right now that are like less hostile to Pio. The problem I have is not that it lines up poorly. It's mostly that it just has systemic issues in how it's designed and how it plays. You just need to draw your Moxen. And I thought the remedy to that would actually be playing 4 Ponder, but I wasn't super thrilled with 4 Ponder. This hand's great. Need a payoff, obviously, but I have additional payoffs in this version, so Brain Surges and POs, and gotta keep a Force, so. And no way to play around a Spell Pierce here. I guess I could wait on the Soul Ring to play around a Spell Pierce. That seems unlikely. I feel like if they're Spell Piercing my Soul Ring, isn't that a win for me? Oh, Mental Misstep. Mental Misstep is not a win for me. I probably should have waited for Spell Pierce, though, because I want this Opal to be turned online. But Mental Misstep, I'm not going to be able to do anything about anyways, so. All right. At least I have a counterspell. I wish I had 2 counterspells, but I don't have enough blue cards in my hand. Don't like our spot anymore because a lot of our strong plays were turned off by the Soul Ring being countered. So are they going to go like Orchard Oath? Orchard Pass? I mean, they have an Ancestral? Okay. Well, now I have 2 counter spells up. pass. I don't, doesn't look, doesn't look like a spot where I'm gonna crack my fetches. Feels like Ancestral or Flash or something. Oh, now we're tapping. Demonic Tutor. If I hit a Mox and I can snap Negation, right? I'm gonna cast Negation on this. I just need to use my mana efficiently from this spot. Misstep. Hopefully it's Ancestral. I don't know what's going on exactly. Repeal. Okay. Still feels like a wait and see moment, though. I feel like they might have got Ancestral and then just... No, they got Flash. All right. Well, I mean, Flash is a good choice. I'm gonna force it. I guess I could just counter the trigger, huh? Because the thing goes away. Holy shit. Okay, never mind. Holy shit. I will cast this with Replicate as well. That's... That is a crit. That is really good. Wow. I almost like didn't even... Wow. Oh my lord, what a blowout. Mystical? This has got to be Ancestral, right? I'm going to let this go. Even if it's show and tell, it's not that bad for me. Yeah, they got Ancestral. Jeez. We're just playing control. We're just straight up playing complete control. Oh, poor guy. Poor player. Poor opponent. They're getting bullied. Bullied. This is crazy. Oh, man. I guess I'll go get my Ancestral. Maybe Time Walk is even better there. Negation? Pitching Force of Will. Wow. Yeah, sure. You got it. Okay. Can I refill my ruby or is that greedy? Looks a little greedy. Yep. I'm actually an Esper control deck. Thank you for asking. I don't combo. I just cast counter spells. That consign to memory. Wow. Just a wild one right there. Oh. I didn't really want to bring in consign to memory. I don't think it's like super good against my opponent's deck, but it's better than swords, right? And certainly was better than swords right there. Crazy. Welcome to round 6, Vintage Challenge 3-2 with possibilities of breakering into the top 8 with a win here. We are up against B Carp, who has revealed Lurrus. Obviously, our hand has no mana, so we roll a mulligan. This hand is good. We keep... Let's get rid of the slow tutor so we can jam a Narset with Flusterstorm back up on turn 1. Not bad. Tough matchup, but we won this matchup earlier in the day, so maybe we can get another win here and then get lucky and break through in. We have the two people who beat us are doing extremely well in the tournament. Their Senpai's only loss is, or Singpan Man's only loss is to Sai, and Sai does not have a loss. So I'm looking at blue black or Esper Lurrus control is the most likely thing our opponent could be playing. Narset pretty reasonable in this matchup. So is jamming Narset on turn 1. I like swords a lot in this matchup, so having a swords is nice as well. Let's go Black Lotus. Narset. How does that make you feel, opponent? Let's see. They could have spell pierces, negations, negation, pitching, force of will. All right. This seems like a pretty reasonable spot to cash in on some Flusterstorm value. I'm gonna fetch a Tundra here instead of something like maybe a basic. Obviously, it exposes me to getting Wastelanded, but I think if I get Wastelanded, I'm pretty happy. If I had double basic, I don't know. I have to get the swords going anyways. Might just like double fetch Tundra. Not sure. Ooh, they considering a second counterspell on this Narset? They did pitch Force of Will to negation. No, Narset resolves, activate Narset, Force, and PO. I like PO here, but I don't exactly have enough. Yeah, we can probably take PO here. Obviously, PO runs into Bowmaster a bit. And by a bit, I mean a lot. But I can't really take Soul Ring, so let's just take the PO. I'm kind of hoping they just tap out for a frog, and then we just swords the frog. Undercity Sewers. Should mean it's just gonna be straight blue-black. They kept the card on top. Not a great sign. It's like if I activate this Narset, it goes to 1, and they have a Bowmaster. It's just a frog. Oh, they just have a Bowmaster. Okay. So now the question is, are we activating this Narset to get a card, or are we just... Lots of choices. I do like sorting this Bowmaster, but I don't have a PO like lined up or anything. If I swords and pass, I lose my Narset's activation anyways, but they can't draw any cards. I feel like I would rather just cash in the Narset. Gives me more information too. Maybe I don't have to swords this Bowmasters, but if my plan is PO, I will probably have to swords it, unless I have a very convincing combo turn. But there's like a lot of value in just deploying all my mocks in this turn. Oh, Ancestral Recall. Okay. Well, I am going to swords the Bowmaster. We figured it out. I'm gonna get another Tundra in case I get Wastelanded. Like one Moxen. Ooh, wow. That is a lot of stuff. Okay, I feel pretty good. They should be like pretty close to out of counter spells. We can deploy all of our stuff here. And we even have a time walk. They know we have a PO. So if they do have like a fluster or something, I mean, a fluster's not good enough at this point. It has to be like another hardcast negation, maybe. Could be a Bowmaster, but I feel like we would combo through a Bowmaster from this spot. I guess I shouldn't F6 if there's a world where maybe I tap this Mana Vault and spin or something. They cast, I don't know, something bad for me. We've drawn some very high-powered cards in this game, which has helped us immensely. Also, Flusterstorming a Force of Negation, pitching Force of Will on turn 1 is extreme value. Wasteland on a Tundra. Okay. All right, so how are we navigating this is the question. Like, if my opponent has a Bowmaster, do we really care from this spot? I don't feel like we do. I think we just jam. I guess we could spin and look for like a counter or a second swords. I guess there's some value in spinning first here, right? Because we can still like pay for a fluster and time walk. Pay for fluster and time walk. Pay for a fluster only if we don't spin. I'm just gonna jam. All right. We got a resolver. They could still have fluster and spell pierce, which is something we should keep in mind. But I'm gonna time walk into a tinker. All right, so I'm gonna go to my next turn, 14 life with a top, uncounterable with the bauble in play. Then we can just crack the bauble after. We'll just tinker away this mana vault. And then we just need to crack the bauble. I could crack the bauble and respond by casting Snapcaster. Seems correct. Do I want to respond to Snapcaster by casting Brain Surge? Yes. PO? All right, I feel like I could die if they like were holding a Bullmaster for the whole time. I mean, I guess I would leave the PO back on top after resolving the brain storage, then let the Snapcaster resolve, targeting Time Walk, then PO the Snapcaster and the whole board probably. I don't know. It all probably wins there because they have nothing. That's a nice solid game one win against the baddies. Let's get Swords and Balance in here, and let's get Karn, Mystical, and Vamp out of here. And then I like everything else, right? Yeah. Run it. So far, the blue-black Lurrus hasn't been a huge issue. It's definitely doesn't seem like a good matchup, but it seems more playable than Merfolk. Oh, a better matchup than Merfolk, maybe. This is a swords, 2 fetches, and a ton of brains. That's a lot of brains. It's probably a keep, though. Not really happy about this, but I don't really like mulliganing this kind of hand here. Just gonna pass holding everything up. Maybe I should have played a fetch line if that was the case, but I wanted to be able to fetch line with this brainstorm. They have nothing? Okay. Nothing again? Okay. Larian Academy. And then I gotta fetch away these other guys, but it's kind of unfortunate. I guess I can Brain Surge first. And they kept the 1 land. Maybe they had, I don't know. I don't know what they had. guess I could just spin here, but this feels like a fine time to cast Brain Surge. Better position, but probably a worse deck. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy to continue. Force Bobble? Yeah, I mean, Bobble looks pretty good here. But I guess I'd rather have Fetch Land first. Time Twister? I mean, I don't feel like I need to get rid of any of these cards. I mean, I'm just advancing my mana. I have Snap Brain Surge coming. No, they hit a land. So now I feel like they have a Bowmaster. Almost assuredly they have a Bowmaster. So that makes me want to wait until I play the Bobble at least to cast any more draw spells here. I could fight over Bowmaster, but there's like no reason to get in trouble, you know? I wish I had advanced my board like more than I did in this whole time, but it wasn't like this was bad. I have a lot of mana now, and I have a lot of good spells. Like, I should win the game, but I just gotta be careful. I have a lot of draw spells in my hand. But I have a Flusterstorm. I have a Snapcaster. I like the idea of Bobble here, just because it means they can't use Force, and we don't have any Forces at the moment, so there seems like there's a lot of value in just playing a Bobble. And we could even just like if they go for like an end step Bowmaster, we can even just resolve a Brainstorm or something in the on the stack, just to maybe get rid of the second Brain Surge or something. We have a lot of options because of our mana situation. I wonder Twister. I bet they definitely have a Bowmaster. That seems like 100% the case. Yeah, so I'm gonna spin Island 2, huh? I want this Island 2 to keep drawing mana. But I think I need to just get the Bauble first. I guess the Bauble is like an island with the Targaryen Academy, so. But once I resolve the Bauble, then maybe I actually can just go for a Brain Surge because I can just swords the Bowmaster. Oh, is this like a Steel Sabotage or a Consign or something like that? Ah, I see. I see. All right. Let's. I mean, I'm never fighting over this. But I still think I'd like to take a look at my car. Oh, I see. All right. I don't want Brain Surge and Repeal. And then fetch them away and cast Ancestral. Because I saw a Flusterstorm, so if they like go for a Force here, I can actually get the Vexing Bubble. Or I could even just like snap Ancestral. Negation, pitching, Spell Pierce. Yeah, I mean, this is like a great Flusterstorm value. But I mean, I don't even want the Bobble anymore, though. Like I don't really want the bobble anymore. I just put 3 copies on each. I can't snap back the Ancestral if it gets negated. Oh, they had Force. Pitching Frog on my Ancestral. They have 2 cards left in their hand. I have Snap Brain Surge still. And the Ancestral goes in my yard because they did it on the Force. This is fine. This is totally fine. Big old stack war. Wait, I have a land drop, right? So I can just go Resolve Bobble, Snap Ancestral. Seems good. Brain Surge has been very good, by the way, Jordan. Yeah, I think this card is pretty strong. I got to use all my things before I got Bowmastered. GG easy. Just need my opponent to brick for 10 turns. No, they kept the Spell Pierce at the end of it. All right. They have 1 card left in their hand. I have a top, a bobble, a force, and a swords. So I'm not exactly worried about the current situation. Boop. I guess I could have spun first. Ooh, yeah, those cards are not great, though. But I am attacking for 10 turns. I have Hardcast Force, so I'm definitely not cracking this bobble until after. They're going to buy Lurrus. I'll force Lurrus. Where's my Lurrus? Pretty wild game, huh? Ooh, a Pio. New plan. Win the game. GG's. Thanks for playing. Lurrus and Force. Oh, Tinker. Sure, that works too. Let's go. All right. All right. Kind of crushed Lurrus, huh? I mean, they had a pretty bad draw. They kept a 1-lander and missed lands, but like even game 1, I thought our deck kind of outperformed. All right, we could maybe break her into this top 8. We'll see. All right, unfortunately, we needed one more of our opponents to win a match in that last round. But because they did not, we ended up tied on opponent's match win percentage at 8th place here, and then losing out on game win percentage. So maybe I needed to win one more match of Magic, one more game of Magic too. It can't be helped. You know, I lost in rounds 2 and 4, so already pretty lucky to be in a spot breaker wise where I could get in. But you know, sometimes that's how it goes. You got to win 5 matches of Magic to guarantee your top 8. Anything else is a bonus. But overall, a good showing. I could have won one more game. You know, one of my opponents could have won more games. It's how it is. I think the deck performed pretty well tonight. I would say we drew above average. We drew Ancestral a lot. We had a bunch of Mox in hands. As far as testing goes, these Brain Surges were freaking great. The Brain Surges were super strong. The Karn, we wanted the Karn to go, right? And then we wanted to maybe put a Soul Guide, but do we even need a Soul Guide at this point? Kind of don't want to put a Soul Guide in my sideboard. So maybe it's just well. Consign was pretty good too, though. I don't know, something like that, and then we would have to put another card in the deck. Dredge is dead. No, Dredge is bad, but Dredge is still 10% plus of the metagame. It was the second most played deck yesterday. It's not dead. That's not how this works. Classic. But anyways, I probably don't recommend this deck still. I think the deck still, like, the core problems of this deck are enough to make me not want to play it. It is still playable, and you can totally win a tournament with it, but I don't know. I'm still pretty suspect. That being said, Narset and Teferi were good today. Brain Surge does help. Vexing Bubble was good today. Yeah, I would say our Vexing Bubble was pretty strong. I do think this is one of the better Vexing Bubble decks, to be fair. It negates the downside immensely, and it's like good at helping you resolve your spells. So yeah. I don't know. I thought the 2 Brain Surges were good though. I'm not sure what cards I'd want to put in the deck to fill in the slots, but I definitely want to take the Karn out of the main. I really only want the Karn versus Jewel. And like on the play in some matchups versus like some all-in decks. But yeah, that's what I would change. I'd put the Karn on the board, probably cut a Consign or a Sabotage. Maybe switch around the Dredge Hate. But yeah, maybe one more card in the main. We'll figure something out. But I'll probably do some more PO testing. I do think that Brain Search helps, and I do think that it's like a good metagame spot for to be a 4 Swords to Plowshares deck right now. I'm just scarred. Okay, traumatized is a better word. Is Cyborg Karn better than Cyborg Null Rod? I'm not sure. It is one-sided, and I do care about Null Rod. Like, there's definitely a world where this deck casts Null Rod against Jewel and loses. Just because our deck is so bad. Like, our deck is like the second most deck that's hurt the most by Null Rod, right? I think it's a different story if we're Esper Tinker rather than PO. I think Esper Tinker, it's a lot more reasonable to play Null Rod as like a 1-of tutor target to beat Jewel. I don't believe PO. I feel the same. I don't really like Lavinia at all, but a Lavinia out of the sideboard is totally fine. I don't really think I like Lavinia I mean, this is one of the better Lavinia decks. You could totally play Lavinia here. I think there's like so much removal in the format right now that I don't like Lavinia too much. But like, you know, with our Opal, like this is one of the better Lavinia decks, and it doesn't really matter. Like this slot can be anything that you really want. There's like something to be said about trying Ponder again, but not sure. Anyways, thank you for watching. Welcome back to the channel. 3 vintage videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.